Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Hey everybody, welcome back to my podcast. Okay, we're going to jump right into this. I'm not going to make this too long, but I want people to understand the details of this because it is so important. We are talking today about Instagram and the fact that the likes are going away. Well, kinda, sorta, not really, but let's talk about it. Okay, first of all, why is Instagram taking away the likes on posts? Okay. Word on the street is that the likes are going away on the post because they want to be a more friendly platform. They want it to be a more safe platform, especially when dealing with people and mental health. It has been known that social media has a way of making people feel less than, making people feel like they are not up to par, just because of the amount of likes that people see on people's posts. And, all of this, it kind of messes with people. So what Instagram is doing is they are taking a more aggressive approach on trying to change the narrative of social media, because so people are flossing on social media. People feel bad on social media because they don't feel like their, goals. We always see people say that, relationship goals and, family goals and all this sort of stuff. And it can really kind of weigh on people over time because you feel like you're not keeping up with the Joneses type of thing. So Instagram has said that this is one of the reasons why they are going to take away the likes. Now, technically speaking, let me explain how all of this is going to work. The likes are really not going away. They are just going to be private to the person who owns that Instagram account. So what will happen is if you post something on Instagram and let's say 50 people click like on it, those 50 people used to be able to see the like count or the like tally, the number of likes on that post. They will no longer be able to see that. Okay, so now it's going to take the number away. So if I click like on somebody's post, it's going to show that I like the post along with others. Okay, so it's going to say like Onyx Queen Media and others. When you click the word others, you will then get a list of all of the people that like that post, which currently is the way it is right now. But the plus is that it would show the number of likes. So you can click on the word others on any post that you see that has a whole bunch of likes. Click the word others and you'll see the list of all the people that have liked the post. And at the very top, it'll show you how many likes there are. That is what is going away. So you, as a person who doesn't own that account, or you just came over and liked somebody's picture of a cake they baked or whatever, you will not be able to see the likes, but the owner of the account will be able to see the likes. Okay, so the next thing people have been saying to me, well, Renee, what's going to happen with brand deals? What's going to happen with, being an influencer and sponsored posts and things of that nature? Well, the good news is that because those likes are going to be on the back end, meaning they're going to be private, they don't affect your insights. They're not going to affect what the brands can see. So if you are familiar with doing brand deals or paid partnerships, sometimes you'll see posts that say paid partnership with Kraft, or paid partnership with Huggies or whatever, the particular brand is. The good news is that once you give the brand access behind the scenes, so when you're setting up a post and you go into your settings and you say add partner, you want to add the brand in there, and basically you tagging the brand through the partnership section of your settings in your account, they will also be open to see the likes, the views. They will be able to see how many times the post was shared. They will be able to see essentially all the analytics that currently exist right now, which is what they were able to see before. Okay, so it doesn't affect any brand deals or anything like that. Now, I would say this from the psychological point of view. I would be very interested to see how this affects individual people. You know what I mean? I would be very interested to see, are people not going to post as much because they don't have that gratification of the likes? One of the things that has become very apparent on Instagram, I think we all know about this and we're all familiar with this. People buy followers, they buy likes and all of this. And I mean, I've had clients who have done that as well, because they're trying to start a new account and boost their account and all of that. And I've had this conversation with many of my clients or people that have come to me, with questions or, this sort of thing. And I tell them, I say, listen, over time, it starts to dilute your account. Over time, really, at the end of the day, it turns into, are you trustworthy? Because then if a brand is looking from behind the scenes and they see all these random accounts, especially if they're accounts that have liked, posts and things like that, that may not be, related to your industry and that sort of thing. What happens is it starts to attract different types of people to your account that may not be, they may not be in line or in the same vein with whatever message you are trying to portray. So if you are a brand that is talking about sneakers and clothing and you keep attracting people who are talking about baby products, that may not be the thing that works. You know what I mean? If you're a fashion brand, you want to attract people, like-minded people, other fashion brands, people who love fashion, people who will ultimately purchase fashion, things like that. So you want to make sure that you're in line with your brand and you are well aware of what you're bringing to the table so that you can attract the right people to your brand. Because at the end of the day, you want to attract buyers. You want to attract people who are going to spend coin with you. So it doesn't make sense for me as a hair product, brand to be attracting people that have absolute nothing to do with my genre or industry. There's overlaps here and there, but if you're a food blogger, you're not expecting to talk about fashion. You know what I mean? Like that's the synergy could overlap kind of in a few places, but that's not who you're looking for. If you're a blogger, you're looking for people who love to cook. If you're a blogger, you're looking for other bloggers. If you're a blogger, you're looking for home chefs. If you're a blogger, I'm talking about folks in the foodie space, that's the sort of folks that you want to attract. You want to attract people that love to cook, people that love cuisine, because if you decide to put out recipes or a book or whatever the case may be, you want to know that your audience fits the bill. Okay, so be very wary of, being tempted to pad your account and, that sort of thing. Because first of all, Instagram will come through and do sweeps anyway. So you'll start to lose followers over time, the padding of followers and likes and stuff like that. So just be careful with that, because I understand the marketing aspect of it. I see it from both sides. I understand the marketing aspect of it. It's the psychological thing of if people see bigger numbers, that makes people want to follow you. I totally get that. That's a marketing tactic, and I get that. But when it's coming to things like this is the reason why things like this are happening. Now they're hiding the likes. So what does it matter now if you're purchasing, 5,000, every time you post something, you get 5,000 likes. Now it's kind of not necessary because nobody can see the likes anyway. And most brands are not necessarily looking for likes. They're looking more for engagement. They're looking more for comments. They're looking more for, was this post shared? If you posted something and you were doing a paid partnership with Kraft and that post got shared 95 times, that's the sort of thing that they want to know. They want that different type of brand footprint, information, if you will. So I say all that to say this. We have to do a better job of looking out for each other, because I think when people get behind the comments, they become like these keyboard bullies and, this sort of thing. And really, a lot of it is attributed to how we treat people that have 50,000 followers versus 50 followers. We tend to put more stake into the people who have high counts of followers. Now, if you have 50,000 followers and someone else has 50 followers, the person with the 50,000 followers is not more important. They just have a wider audience that they can speak to. They have their sphere of influence. A client of mine used this word this past week and I loved it. Their sphere of influences is much wider, but it doesn't make them more relevant. And you could have 50,000 followers and have zero engagement, where people aren't even feeling your posts. And you can do an ad with someone who has 50,000 followers and not sell one thing. You know what I mean? But if you have 50 followers and you're engaged and you post something and people are really talking back and forth to you and all of that, you could probably sell thousands of dollars worth of product. And you don't even have the same amount of following as the 50,000. So think about that and be wary of that and, pay attention to that. We cannot live and die by the likes. We can't live and die by, are people looking? Are people liking me? How do people view me? That sort of thing. All of this saying that other people are goals and relationship goals and family goals. And no, your goal should be better than who you were yesterday. That's the most important goal of the day. Be better, more positive, and forward moving and thinking than you were the day before. That's the goal. That is the goal. Stay positive. Stay, in that great space. If you do all of that, stay positive, stay in the great space. Don't worry about what other people have to say or what they think of you and, bogging yourself down in your mind with how do I look in this? How do I look in that? If I turn this way, that way, the perfect selfie, all that sort of stuff, it just gets tired after a while. It's very draining to try to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? It really, really is. So I just wanted to kind of have that discussion about this Instagram thing. I have already seen a few of these posts. It's kind of odd that there's no tally of the likes, but I'll be very interested. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this, maybe after another month or so, or maybe towards the end of the year to see how it really has affected everyone. But I think it's actually a positive thing. And again, the likes are not completely going away. They're just being privatized, as it were. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about this or you want to discuss this more, I would love to go more in depth to it, but I'm watching it just like everybody else unfold. I am a micro influencer, as it were, so I'm not one of those larger influencers out there with these huge numbers, but I am a micro influencer and I have done paid partnerships and ads and things like that. So I'll be interested to see how this works. So, I'll give more of my opinion maybe in another month or two or so when we see how this rolls out, because it has officially started rolling out in the beginning of November. So we will start to see it more and more. But if you want to discuss this even more, or you have any questions about, how this Instagram change is going to affect you, feel free to email me. Feel free to email me info@onyxqueenmedia.com, and we will be sure to get right back to you. And also follow us on social media at Onyx Queen Media. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, naturalistas. Our 6th annual Blackberry Naturals Spring Brunch is coming on March 21st, 2020. This is an exclusive brunch for ladies who want to meet, greet, learn, and shop with our hand-picked VIP vendors. Come and recharge your spirit for Women's History Month. We will be honoring powerhouse female bosses. So bring your business cards and come network with us. Your registration includes a beautiful brunch, branding roundtable. We're going to shop, we're going to meet, we're going to learn, a wonderful swag bag, free parking. You got to make it. We're going to be in Dunwoody, Georgia. Join us. Register now. www.blackberrynaturals.com. See you in the spring.